Hey YouTube, it's Felicia Catson and I'm back with a new video. Okay, so I want my first video, Westside Wednesday video, to be about the time that I was really trying to pursue a career as a backup dancer. Like, no lie. So, back in 2010, I just freshly graduated high school and I was going to school in Chico. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is like a time for me to reinvent myself. But everybody knew me from being a dancer with the Turf Fiends and then also me being a cheerleader in high school. So it was just like I had that side element of me and I kind of wanted to like brand it off to like the new me. So I kind of try to incorporate it both. So when I went to college, I kind of used the dancing to help me be like this social butterfly to everybody. So like you name it, I was at every house party, function, kickback, pool party. I was there. I was mostly there. Everybody, hey, I'm like, hey, turn up. And I used to get the party going because I really just started trying to battle somebody. Or, you know, never know. It's like, it's college. It's fun. Like, so I kind of use that as my advantage. So everybody eventually started knowing me in college. That's basically like, that's Day. She gonna be dancing. She gonna be calling you out. She gonna be breaking you off, breaking windows, you know, doing stuff like that. And so it was one time my partner Tony, she had threw a function at, it was some like dance studio or whatever. So we went and it was popping. It was really popping. And I remember somebody try to battle me as usual. And you know, I'm not going back down from no challenge. I'm about to take off my heels and I'm just about to, you know, what's up? I can't do it now. But what's, you know. So I get on there. I'm doing my thing. And after I got finished battling somebody, this dude came up to me and he handed me like this card and it was like Pearl Studios or like Pearl Entertainment. And I was just like, oh, he was like, give me a call. You would be a great dancer. And I was like, oh, okay. But I'm like, nigga, I ain't really tripping. I'm just going to put it in my purse and call it a night. So when I got home, I'm telling my friends, I'm like, yeah, this dude just gave me this card and was like calling me, talking about he can make me a dancer or whatever. And everybody was like, oh, you should just call him Day. Like, you know, that's what you like to do. I'm like, okay, all right. And I just put it back in my my wallet. And I was just like, you know what? I'll call in a minute. Like, I'm chilling at this point. And so I remember I went to school and I think I dropped his card on the grass by my house or something. And I remember when I was going to call him, I couldn't find it no more. And I was just like, damn, shit, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. So I was coming back home from school and then just happenly, I looked on the ground and I saw his card in the grass. And I was just like, dang, that might be destiny. Like, maybe I should really just give this man a call. Because, like, who would have thought I would have found this business card? So I called him finally and I was like, okay. He was like, you know, I got a show coming up. And he was like, it's with Snoop Dogg. And then in my head, I was like, Snoop. Ooh. Oh, I'm there. So I'm telling my friends or whatever. I'm like, yeah, he told me to meet him at the studio. I'm going to be opening up with Snoop Dogg. I was just like, you know, I'm trying to do it. And everybody just was like, Day. They was kind of skeptical, you know, just randomly meeting some men in the boondocks. Just like, that don't sound like a good idea. And I'm just like, fuck that, I'm gonna go. you know. So then I was on my way out the door, and then this girl, she was like, you know what, Dede, I'm gonna come with you. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So I'm just sitting there, and I remember I was in a taxi. It wasn't no Ubers then. We had to get in taxis. So I was just sitting there. I'm like, man, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, what if this is fake? Like I started second doubting myself a little bit. So then when we got there, I was just like, shit, let's go ahead and see what it do. So I walked in, I'm like, hi, you know, my name is Felicia, and it was like 4 different people in there, and they introducing themselves. I'm just like, oh, okay, hi, how y'all doing? He was like, so have you ever danced before? I'm like, yeah, you know, I used to be part of the Turf Fiends. I was like, you know, I have done some videos before, which I have, and when I was a little hyphy turf dancer, that's a whole nother story. And I'm just like, yeah, and I used to be a cheerleader, so I end up showing him like some of my dance videos, because I used to make little dance videos on Facebook of just me just freestyling and stuff like that. So I'm showing him videos like that, and he was just like, oh, okay, you really know how to dance. I was like, yeah, you know, I can be able to switch it up, I can turf, and then I can still like dance like a girl. So it's like best of both worlds. So then he was like, okay, cool, let me see you walk. So I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not knowing it's this OG Crip. I'm like, walk? You want like Crip walk? Like what? I'm just gonna do what I do. So I started dancing, and then I did it, and he was just like, oh, you know how to walk? So I'm like, oh yeah, you know. I started feeling myself. I'm like, yeah. And then he like, all right, the show on Thursday. He was like, but we like the little footwork you just did. Can you teach that to other people? I'm like, okay, I guess I can try. I like, in my head, I'm like, turfing, not everybody know how to glide. It's hard, but it ain't hard. And I'm like, I don't know if I could teach no people like that. And he was like, no, yeah, they like the poppin' dancers in Chico. And I'm just like, okay, Chico, like, it ain't that many poppin' dancers. Whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So, okay, so then boom, Monday came along or whatever. It's time for us to rehearse. I'm like, all right, I made up this routine. It'll be easy, and I can do it with the girls at the same time. So I'm like, I came in there. I'm like, hey, y'all, you know, I'm Felicia. Charles, he sent me over here. We're supposed to be learning this routine for Thursday. And I was just like, okay, you guys show me what you guys do. And it was like, oh, show us what you do. I'm like, okay, all right, it's cool. I'm more of a street style. Y'all more of like a subtle, sexy style. I'm like, okay, I can kind of adapt to that. So let's kind of like collaborate and see what we could do. So me and the head girl of their little group or whatever was trying to like collab together and see how we can kind of mesh both of it. But it just did not mix. It was like she was giving you hair flips and all of that. And I'm just like, well, he said he wants some footwork, and then I could break it down for you, you know. But they couldn't really adapt the same way. Like the way I was doing it didn't look like that on them, basically. And so it was just like, we kept kind of like clashing with that and trying to switch it, but they were all ready for that. Like they were ready for that. And I was just like, you know, that just doesn't fit my style. And I was just like, I was trying to compromise, because I'm like, in the back of my head, all I kept hearing was Snoop. So I'm like, I'm gonna try. So boom, I came out and I had the little routine. Like they kind of came up. I just kind of let them take the wing of it. So I just kept practicing it at home, and I was just like, I just don't feel comfortable. Like I just feel it just. I'm just like, I just can't, because it just looks so off. Like this. The beats, the numbers, everything was just off. Like it wasn't no rhythm, wasn't no beat to me. And so everybody was just like, yeah, you know what, Dede, you can just keep it going. Like just try, because this is a good opportunity. If other people could see you, you know, he just saw you in the club. You don't know who was in this show that could see you. And I was like, you know what, you right. So then day 2 come with the rehearsal, and it was just like, it just didn't match. It didn't match. Like, once you hear the song with the rapper, the routine didn't go, and it was just like, well, maybe we just come up with a compromise, and I go out on certain parts of the songs and they go out on another set of the song because it's like the beat kind of changed a little bit. So it was just like, all right, cool, we can go ahead and do that. So I was like, all right, Thursday come. All they was like, oh, y'all wear black. I was just like, oh, this is so hood. This is so hood and ghetto. So I was just like, I'm about to go like find me a little cute ass outfit to wear or whatever. And so boom, first show, I hit it. I put like all of my energy into it because it was like, this is something that I really want to do. Like, I just never know who is in the audience. So I just kept going hella hard. And then they came out and then we came back out and I was just like, all right, cool. Like my adrenaline was rushing and I was like, I did it. Like I did it. Like I can do this. And so I was just like thinking, I was like, I want to further my career. I want to do this. And then Charles came to me after the show and he was like, you know, people really do like you and I want to sign you to my entertainment company. So I can get you more shows like this. And I'm just like, I was so excited. And I was like, okay, so excited. And I was just like, okay, let's do this. So I went ahead and signed his little contract. And I was just like, all right, I made it. I'm going to be a background dancer. And I was just like, okay, cool. So it was just like, I was like doing like the local shows. And it was just like some Spanish rapper. She was actually like kind of popular that way. And her husband used to do a lot of different shows. And it was just like, oh, this is an opportunity for you. You can dance with them. Like you can be their backup dancer or whatever. Because most likely it was always two. It was her husband and her. And then I'd be in the middle dancing. And then that was the same thing when I did a show previous. It was always like that. It was two people and it was me dancing. And so it was just like, it was cool. I'm like, all right, like, nigga, I want more. Like, I could be doing way more because I felt like I was really talented. And I was just like, okay, cool. I did the local shit again. And then another show came back around. It was for Snoop Dogg again. And I was just like, you know what? The second time he then came out here and I get to do his show. So I was just like, you know what? This show, I wanted to take it into like a different element. I wanted to be a little bit more, I don't want to say sexy, but like more sexy and more classy at the same time, like, because I was gonna do the whole set by myself. Them other girls wasn't gonna do it because they was like, we just really like you dancing. So I was just like, okay, cool. So the next show, I made sure when I say my outfit was A1, it was A1, like for real, for real. I'm gonna like see if I can like insert like some clips of that in this video as well. So I was just like, all right, cool. I came out. The first song, I was killing it. I was really killing it. Like, I really gave it my all. It was so many people in that crowd that day. It was so many people. That whole theater was packed out. So I'm like, I'm giving my all. Like, I feel like I'm auditioning somebody in the stands like Honey or something like that. You know, like the old school days when people get found in the crowd. That's what I thought was going to happen to me. So I was just like, all right, boom, I'm hitting it. Then it was another song. It was more like a little sexy song. It was called Can I Invite You Over. That was the first time I ever heard the song. And that's all they kept saying. It was like, oh, this is just like a Dirty Diana. Like, think Michael Jackson and a man's chasing you. I was like, okay. So I had an outfit in mind. So boom, I went out there. I did my thing. I ain't even gonna lie. And I made sure I kept eye contact. Like, I really felt like I was in my element. So I was just like, oh my God. So after we finished performing, all these people kept coming up to me, asking me for my information. I was just like, oh my God, like, I must have really did a good job. Like, with stage presence, like, people want to, like, it was so many people backstage. And I was just like, this is my opportunity. Let me give you my number. Like, we can work together. And it was just like, okay, cool. So then it was, the people I was with was like, yeah, we're going to take you backstage so you can meet Snoop Dogg and you guys can talk. I was just like, okay, cool. And then I had a funny feeling because it was just like, I don't think I know Snoop Dogg. This is what I ain't even gonna lie. This is what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think I know Snoop Dogg because we gotta leave from backstage and go to the front. And so I was just like, okay. So I met my two best friends and we was in the front. Hey Des, hey Brittany. And you know, we was just in the front having a good time, enjoying Snoop's show. And I saw like his background dancers. And the whole time I was just like, you know what? That's where I want to be. Like, I really want to do this. Like, Like, I can see myself being a dancer. Like, I just kept saying it. And then somehow Snoop saw me and my best friends and asked us to come backstage. And I was just like, oh, okay. And my best friend, she was like, bitch, this is your chance. Like, this is your chance to talk to him. Like, if you really want to do this, you gonna do this. And I'm just like, all right, cool. And I was just like, I loved it that, like, my best friends gassed me up like, bitch, you gonna believe you want to do this, you gonna be pushed to do it. So I was like, okay, cool. So we went backstage and we was just talking. And my best friend London, well, Brittany, aka London, she was talking to Snoop, and she was like, you know, my best friend, she a dancer. And she was like my little manager. Like, she was really gassing me up, and I was loving it. I was like, oh my gosh, she's just talking. And she was like, yeah, I got some of her videos. And he was asking, can he watch them? So she started showing him my videos. Mind you, I'm standing right there, but I'm not even gonna lie, I was kind of nervous. I was really nervous, because I'm like, damn, this shit is really, really happening. And so he watched it, and he did like a drop for me. He was like, you know, you're a really good dancer. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like telling him like more stuff that I did prior to this, and when I used to be in the turf fiends or whatever. And he was like, okay, all right, cool. And he was just like, you know, contact my people. It was somebody that was sitting right there, and they had my number. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this just might be happening. I might be a real dancer one day, you know? So I was just like, okay, like, I got this. And then after that, we ended up leaving, and I was just like, oh my God, thank you, Brittany, because I would have been so scared. Like she just kind of believed in me. Like, of course she believed in me, because she's my best friend and she loves me and I love her. But it was just like, it was just felt so good. She was like, no, bitch, if this is what you want to do, I'm going to make sure you make it. I was just like, oh, okay. So then I dropped the ball. I did not end up calling. I kind of got cold feet. And then I was just like, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. But that's something I kind of regret, because, yeah, I never know where my career would have been. I should have called. And the crazy thing is, everything that was said, like meeting him, that whole conversation, we was probably back there for like 2 hours. That was the most inspirational talks that I ever had. But yeah. Yep. So that was my story time. Okay, so that concludes my first Westside Wednesday story times with me. So if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you comment down below. And then I want you to subscribe to my channel, because I want y'all to come back. I got way more stories. I got way more content that I'm going to give you guys. And you guys also can check out my website, www.feliciacaston.com, for more entertainment news. And then also, I kind of give like a countdown of the top 10 hottest songs of the week. So make sure you check out my website and come back next week and learn about another time I fumbled the bag or I got the bag. Thank you.